Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and I am so happy to have you joining me for another Sunday reset. Today, it is a rainy summer day, and we are going to be focusing on deep cleaning my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Grab yourself something cozy to drink, and let's go ahead and get started. My focus today is to get my kitchen reset for the start of summer. This will be our last couple of days of school coming up, and we could not be happier that we are finally here at summer break. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time this weekend to reset my kitchen, take everything off the counters, and give it a deep clean, and then get everything ready for everyone to be home. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm starting off by taking all of my items off my countertops, and as we redecorate the kitchen, I will do my very best to tell you where I got everything. Most of the things in my kitchen are things I have collected over the years, but I'll still let you know where I do most of my shopping, where I found most of my items, so that you can find similar things for your home. Here's a look at all of the items I took off the counters in my kitchen. Some might say that's a little too much, and I totally respect that if that is your opinion and how you prefer to decorate your home. I definitely love a full look. I like to decorate with a lot of items, and so that's what I have there. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights on this gloomy day. I do prefer to film in natural light. However, as you can see, it was pouring outside and the lighting was terrible. So as happy as I was to be, getting all of that rain, it definitely did not lend itself to good lighting in the house. I'm going to start off now by wiping down my cabinets. I'm not doing a deep clean of the cabinets. I don't need to. I did that very recently, probably about 6 weeks ago. So I'm just wiping down the areas most commonly touched. So all of the drawers and the bottom half of the cabinets. I'm just using the all-purpose cleaner that is the grapefruit cleaner from Method, and I love that smell for the summer. It's bright and clean, and I'm just using a microfiber cloth. I purchased these on Amazon. They're my absolute favorite. I think they're actually called polishing cloths, and they do just that. They do a great job of leaving a streak-free look. and I love them. They're my favorite. I do have them linked in my Amazon storefront if you're looking for new cloths. I have bought 3 packages of these and I use them all the time, all over my house. One area in my home that I'm constantly forgetting to wipe down is my island. This is probably the most touched when it comes to my cabinets, but for some reason I always forget about this part. Next up, I'm going to work on my countertops. Now, my countertops are man-made. They are not a stone. And I went with this because I wanted an all-white countertop with no veining or anything like that. I was concerned that it would compete with my brick backsplash. I know someone's going to ask, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the backsplash there. It is real brick and it's thin set brick from the company Old Mill Brick. I purchased it at Floor & Decor. It's the same brick that we have in our laundry room on the floor in there. And it's just a large cream colored grout. And I absolutely love it. This is my favorite part of my kitchen. I just think that it is so cozy and gives such a cottage feel. And it was one of the things that I really, really wanted in this forever kitchen for us. So when I was picking out our countertops, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have something that was competing with the backsplash. And so we went with this all white man-made countertop. I had to go with this because if I used anything natural like stone, it would have some kind of veining. And maybe in the future we'll upgrade to that, but for now this is what I chose, and I do love the way that it looks. I do clean it all the time. It does stain easily. If that happens, I just use a little bit of Barkeeper's Friend. It comes right off and it does just fine. So we're going to give it a really good wipe down before we start putting things back on the counters. Another area of my kitchen that I try to deep clean regularly is my kitchen sink here. And I am just putting on some gloves because I recently had gotten my nails done, and sometimes a Barkeeper's Friend can get a little bit harsh on my hands. So I put on my gloves there and I'm going to spray a little bit of the Barkeeper's Friend, and then I'm just going to use a regular sponge here to scrub it out. And this is great for buffing out any of the scuffs that happen on the bottom, as well as any food residue that might have stained the sink. Another area in my home that I'm constantly forgetting to clean are my pendant lights here above my island. These are actually an Amazon find. I love them. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and when they're off and it's the daytime, they just kind of blend into the scenery. They don't take up space and draw your eye to them away from the rest of the kitchen. And that is what I love about them so much. So just making sure that I give those a good wipe down because I so often forget. Finally, I'm just going to wipe down my refrigerator. This is something I do probably 2 to 3 times a week just because I have 5 beautiful children that are constantly touching it and it gets very dirty. So these top two doors, I am constantly wiping down. And now we're going to get into redecorating the kitchen. I'm starting off here in this corner back by my pantry. I've got this wooden tray here that I picked up at Home Goods, and I'm just giving it a good little wipe down. My intention in redecorating the kitchen was to kind of switch things up a little bit, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of forewarning. I don't really switch much up. I've got this beautiful crock here that I picked up recently at an antique shop, and I filled it with some faux hydrangea and eucalyptus along with a little flag. And then I have that recipe book holder there from Hobby Lobby and one of my favorite cookbooks to put on display. This mortar and pestle I picked up at TJ Maxx, and the salt and pepper shakers are from Target. That cutting board there is from Hobby Lobby. And then finally, I'm adding in this little plastic food tray here from the Target Dollar Spot. And I think it's perfect for the 4th of July. Moving to the other corner of my kitchen here, I am adding our air fryer back. I keep this on the counter because I use it all of the time. That little riser there is from Hobby Lobby. Then I've got a rubber plant and some little faux eggs. And I'm also going to put my wooden cutting boards back. I put them here just because I don't really know where else to put them. I could put them in the drawer, but they take up a lot of space, and I just think they add some nice color. So I'm also adding in my large serving tray there and our pizza cutting board. And then finally, I'm also going to add in this beautiful copper mixing bowl on top. And the last item here is this beautiful antique dough bowl with some antique rolling pins that I picked up from all different antique shops here in New England. I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to put this back on the counter or not, but it's just one of those items that I think is so beautiful, and I couldn't imagine putting it away and not having it on display. So here is the first side of my kitchen, redecorated and looking so beautiful. Moving back to the other side of the kitchen now, I'm starting off with this tray here from Target, and I'm filling it with this utensil holder I picked up at Home Goods, and inside of that is all of my wooden utensils. The back side of that is actually Ray done. It says Stir Crazy, but I just turn it so you can't really see that part. I've got another rubber plant there and this sweet little sign, which I think is so adorable. It's from Hobby Lobby. Got my salt cellar there from Target. It's where I keep all of my kosher salt for cooking. I'm also going to add in my olive oil there, and we're going to finish it off with some gold measuring spoons that I picked up at Home Goods. Next to the stove here, I have another utensil holder. This one is also from Home Goods, and this little tray here that I picked up at a farmer's market. And on there, I'm putting my avocado oil that I use every day, as well as this little colander that I usually hold fresh garlic in. On the other side of my stove, I am putting back my canisters. These are probably my favorite decor here in my kitchen. They are from Hobby Lobby. I collected them a couple of years ago. I have not seen them again. I wish that they would bring them back out because they are beautiful. I get asked about them all of the time. I think that they're so pretty. I love that the little hobnails are a different shape. They have a very organic feel to them, and I just think they're really pretty. I have dog treats inside of one of them. I don't really use them. They do have a really good seal. So if you wanted to keep things like, flour, sugar, oatmeal, that kind of thing, cookies, whatever it is that you would like to keep, you can. They would be fine. I just don't really utilize them. I also have that little riser there from Michael's. It's got a cute little cutting board on it. And then I have one of my pothos plants that I just kind of drape across the top of those canisters, and a little cutting board there to bring in some warmth. Moving back over to my island, I have this wooden riser here from Home Goods with a beautiful copper pitcher there and some faux florals. And then that wooden paper towel holder is from Target. And the bowl there is actually a pot that I picked up at Walmart. I also have this beautiful cake stand from IKEA. It is my absolute favorite. I love the scallop detail as well as the beautiful florals here on the bottom. And I always keep it full of some kind of delicious treat for the kids to grab and go. Finally, we're going to work on my little hutch area here. This is one of my favorite places in my home to decorate, and I really have left it pretty much the same for quite some time. I do love the way that it looks right now. All of the plants that you see in there are real, and it's just got such a beautiful warm feeling to it. I just love it. So I'm not really going to change it up. I'm just removing some of the red and white and blue things just because I wanted something fresh, and I just wasn't feeling that decor this year. I also grabbed this new little faux oil painting from Amazon. I think it's gorgeous, and it was like $11. I'll link it for you down below. It's just a great way to add in some antique feeling or vintage feeling items that aren't antiques or vintage. And I'm just putting it up here on the top shelf. I have been asked before why I don't just make these open shelves, and I love that this is like a little hutch. I know that the open shelves are very popular right now, and I think that they are beautiful. I just feel that this was right for my kitchen. It makes it look seamless, and I can still use them as functional cabinets if I needed to, but they also lend themselves to such beautiful decor. So I really love the way that this feels, and I think it's such a beautiful, warm spot in my kitchen. Here is a close-up look of the inside of the shelves. Like I said, I love how this looks. I think it's absolutely beautiful and really, really warms up my kitchen. And that brings us to the end of another Sunday reset. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you were able to find some motivation to get some things done in your home, either clean along with me or just watch for motivation or relaxation. And I hope that you subscribe and come back for more. I would love to see you again. Until the next one, my friends, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you very soon.